The atmosphere in Washington, D.C. is charged as lawmakers gather inside a packed congressional hearing room. Outside Capitol Hill, rows of media vans line the streets, their satellite dishes pointed toward the sky. Reporters deliver live updates while cameras stream the proceedings to audiences across the country. Inside, the room is brightly lit, and every seat is filled with officials, staff members, and journalists waiting for the session to begin. At the center of the room, the Attorney General sits at the witness table, documents neatly arranged in front of her. Senators and representatives flip through thick folders containing portions of the newly released Epstein files. As the gavel strikes, the hearing officially begins, and the first questions immediately focus on transparency. Lawmakers ask whether all documents will be released and how decisions were made about what to redact. Some members press firmly, arguing that the public deserves full disclosure if powerful individuals are mentioned. They emphasize accountability and the need to restore trust in institutions. Others urge caution, reminding the room that legal standards and privacy protections, especially for victims, must be respected. The Attorney General responds carefully, explaining the review process and insisting that decisions are being made based on legal guidelines rather than political pressure. As the questioning intensifies, tension builds. Follow-up questions probe whether there was any outside influence in handling the files. The committee chair occasionally intervenes to maintain order, ensuring that debate remains structured. Every statement is measured, and every pause is noticed by the press gallery above. Meanwhile, news outlets cut between live footage of the hearing and panels of experts analyzing each exchange. Social media fills with commentary, turning the hearing into a nationwide conversation within minutes. What unfolds inside the chamber feels larger than a routine oversight session. It becomes a test of transparency, political accountability, and public confidence in the justice system. The press conference hall is filled to capacity, with reporters standing shoulder to shoulder as camera lights beam toward the stage. The atmosphere is intense even before Donald Trump steps to the podium. As he enters, flashes go off rapidly, and a wave of murmurs moves through the crowd. Television networks cut to live coverage, and social media platforms begin streaming the event in real time. Trump begins with a prepared statement asserting that he had distanced himself from Jeffrey Epstein long before any criminal investigations became public. He describes their past interactions as limited to social settings common among business figures at the time. Speaking in a firm and deliberate tone, he denies any wrongdoing and calls the renewed focus on the documents politically motivated. Questions from journalists quickly follow. One reporter asks whether newly unredacted files contradict previous public statements. Trump responds that being mentioned in documents does not imply involvement in crimes and insists that context matters. He emphasizes that many public figures' names appear in various records without any criminal implication. His legal advisors then step forward to reinforce the message. They explain that legal documents often list names due to associations, events, or contacts and caution against drawing conclusions without full investigative findings. They stress that no charges or allegations have been filed against Trump in connection with Epstein's criminal activities. Outside the building, demonstrators gather, some expressing support, others demanding full transparency. News analysts begin dissecting every phrase of the press conference, debating its political impact. Within minutes, clips circulate online, sparking widespread discussion. As the event concludes, Trump leaves the stage amid a flurry of shouted questions. The cameras remain fixed even after he exits, capturing reactions from reporters and commentators. Inside a secure congressional committee room, lawmakers gather around long wooden tables covered with binders, highlighted printouts, and digital tablets. The atmosphere is serious and methodical. Staff members move quietly between seats, handing out updated copies of recently unredacted portions of the Epstein files. Every page is treated with caution as members understand the sensitivity and public interest surrounding the material. A senior committee member begins by summarizing what the newly revealed sections contain. He explains that several well-known figures are referenced in various contexts, but stresses that a mention in a document does not automatically indicate misconduct. His remarks are careful and deliberate, aimed at preventing misinterpretation while acknowledging the significance of the disclosures. Opposition lawmakers quickly raised concerns about how the documents were handled and why certain sections were previously redacted. They demand a clear explanation of the review process and ask whether any external influence may have shaped decisions about what was withheld or released. Their tone is firm, emphasizing the importance of public trust and institutional integrity. Other members urge restraint. Instead, investigators would need clear evidence of wrongdoing. Her comments aim to clarify misconceptions spreading online. Meanwhile, social media platforms light up with divided reactions. Clips from the hearings and press conference circulate rapidly, often stripped of full context. Newsrooms monitor trending topics, noting how narratives can shift within hours. Fact-checking teams work in real time to correct misleading interpretations. As the segment concludes, the anchor summarizes the situation, the story is evolving, and more information may emerge in the coming weeks. The panel agrees that transparency, careful analysis, and responsible reporting will be essential as the nation continues to examine the implications of the documents and their broader political significance. In a packed town hall auditorium in a Midwestern city, community members gather to discuss the unfolding controversy. The event was organized quickly after the release of additional Epstein-related documents, and interest has been overwhelming. Folding chairs fill the hall with some attendees standing along the walls. The mood is a mix of concern, curiosity, and frustration. A local civic leader opens the discussion by emphasizing the importance of transparency and the rule of law. She reminds the audience that public trust depends on institutions acting fairly and without political bias. As microphones are passed around, residents begin voicing their opinions. Some express anger, saying that powerful figures often seem shielded from consequences. Others caution against rushing to conclusions without verified evidence. One participant references Donald Trump's public statements denying wrongdoing and argues that mentions in documents should not be treated as proof of guilt. The room studies the numbers carefully, recognizing how perception can influence voter behavior even without new legal developments. Legal counsel joins the discussion, reminding everyone that statements must be precise. Any response, they warn, should avoid speculation and stick strictly to verified facts. They reiterate that being mentioned in documents or flight logs does not constitute evidence of illegal activity. The priority, they say, is to avoid fueling misinterpretations that could escalate into misinformation. The meeting then shifts toward planning upcoming interviews and public appearances. Advisors debate whether to address the issue directly or pivot toward policy topics such as the economy and national security. Some argue that confronting the controversy head-on demonstrates confidence. Others believe that overemphasis could amplify it further. As the session wraps up, tasks are assigned and messaging points are finalized. Staff members disperse quickly, phones already ringing with media requests. The sense in the room is clear. Even without new legal findings, the political implications require careful strategy. The controversy has become as much about narrative management as about documents themselves, and every word spoken publicly will carry weight.